Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 59 of the Weekly Replay with me, Hijack, and today I am giving you another double replay, this time once again in probably my most favorite tank at this time, the VK3002D. Now this is a tier 7 German medium tank, and I've shown replays before, and I don't know what it is, but I just love this tank. It just feels fun to play. Everything about it is just amazing. It's got a turret that can bounce. Its speed is good. Its depression is okay for a German tank, and it overall is just a fun tank to play. Blah. So here we are. We're bottom tier, which is, you know, what happens sometimes. We're a tier 7 tank in a tier 9 8-7 match, so we are outgunned by the majority of the tanks in the match. But this is something that sometimes, depending on the tank that I play, I don't mind, because some of my best matches happen when I'm bottom tier. I guess maybe you just play a little bit more careful or something, but it does work. So here I am. I've gone to a strange position for me, even when I'm reviewing this replay, is on this road here in the middle on Lakeville. So there's the three main alleys that people fight on. There's the 1-2, which is the valley there. You have the center road at the 4-5, and then you have the town at the 8-9-0 area. And if you're a heavy tank, generally you'll go to the 8-9-0, and also you got TDs and heavies that'll go down the valley. Now, provided that your team doesn't push the valley and just holds it, you'll generally win the match. So I tried going up here on the river road to try and get some spots on any guys camping, maybe back here or back on the riverside, or maybe trying to sneak in on the left side of the town. But as you can see, I haven't spotted much of anything. So I'm just going to creep up into this bush here and hope that gives me a little bit of cover, and maybe I can spot the crew in the VK. I don't remember if this is my second crew or the original crew that I had in the tank. When I originally was playing this tank, I was working my way up toward, planning to go towards the Leopard P1 and the Leopard PTA. So I had a fairly decent crew that I've been playing in my other German medium premium tanks. So they had about 3 to 4 perks. Now, I enjoyed this tank so much that I ended up keeping it, and I used my blueprint fragments to skip through the mutts, because I didn't feel the Mutts' playstyle was actually going to be beneficial to me, and managed to get the Leopard PTA quite quickly, and then I moved the higher perked crew into the PTA, as you probably should do, and I recruited a brand new crew with a special Twitch Prime commander, and put them in the VK3002D once again. So they don't have as many perks, but I still find that the tank is still enjoyable to play. You can see here that we've lost the valley. They've pushed the valley in force. I went and got one shot of damage off on a CS53 and decided that, yeah, I'm not going to sit there because that's just going to be suicide. I need to fall back to this back edge here, over here on the 7-8. As you can see, the IS died because he stayed there, and that Hellcat's going to die as well. All he's doing is spotting the tanks. He's not going to get any damage from the team because no one is in position yet to defend, right? So me and the Leo, we've fallen back to this spot back here on the 7-8. And we're just going to hide back in the bushes and shoot them as they come across. The Super Hellcat managed to stay alive. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. He's dead. So this is one of the things about this map that is really good, is if you push the town, you have basically control over the whole map. Yes, the enemy team pushed through the valley and won, but now they're in a bad position, and we can sit here. Me and the Leo particularly, we're sitting here behind this bush, behind these trees. They have 2 guys in the cap, but we're just going to sit here and be able to pick them off one by one. So I'm just going to try and get myself a little bit closer to spot. There we go. Spotted the King Tiger and the Conqueror. Fall back. And there we go. Got to reset. And waiting for the reload, which is decently about 7.2. I'll go for a tracking shot to get the reset on the Conqueror. And then there's the CS53, who's in the cap as well. And I'm going to get the reset on him. Might as well shoot HE and get the resets while I can. They still have 3 in the cap, so it's not going well. There we go, another reset. And there's a T30 who probably should have the most points. And there was a nice reset, yeah. So we're still losing. Well, we're winning the match 8-7, but we're losing the cap because they do have 3 in the cap. And I'm trying to spread my limited amount of HE through all the different tanks. There we go, nice reset on the 122-44. Resetting the cap. They still have 3 tanks there. I'm out of HE though, so we'll switch to APCR. And yeah, we'll just keep going for the resets as long as they can. They have not spotted anybody anymore. Conquer should have more points. I didn't pen. And our team that pushed north through the town has now decided to remove the Conway. And all we need to do now is just keep resetting them without getting spotted. And hopefully we can win this match. So you can see the T30. Okay, he's done. There's now only 1 tank in the cap, which is the Conqueror. And no, he's dead. That was the King Tiger, and now it's just the Conqueror. So we've taken a losing situation on this map and turned it around into a winning situation just by falling back and defend. Now, if you read the forums, you would have seen a forum post and with a video in it from Guido, who does cover this exact tactic, and he is 100% correct. If you want to win more matches, you definitely have to defend your base. Don't push flanks when you don't need to. If the enemy is going to cap the base, come back and defend, and then once you've taken care of the attackers, you can go around and finish off the map. So there's a win. Let's take a look at the end plates. Okay, at the end of that match, did 1,743 points of damage. I finished 4th for damage and 5th for XP. Master Badge 3rd class, Fire for Effect Bruiser, and a Levish Laus medal, as well as Defender for getting all those defense points. So overall, a fairly decent battle. Let's go to the next one. Okay, battle number 2 that I'm bringing you today. Once again in the VK30-02D, and we're on the map Fjords. And it's better matchmaking with an 8-7-6 matchmaking, so a little bit more evenly matched. But this map you can do well and also not well. So one thing I learned from my friend Sputnik RSS is to push the pond on this map, and this is important in order to win the game. The pond and the center hill are what will help you win. So you can see that I've already marked my position on the map, and I'm heading there now, and I'm going to go down the dive down the ramp, and lo and behold, we've taken the pond quite easily. And they actually didn't push any resistance against us as well. With me, I have the Type 59 and the Type 64. So this play, pushing the pond, only works if you have support. If you go and you have no team support, you're basically dead. Although we'll take a nice shot on the T44 there. He gets spotted. He's totally ignoring me, which is fine. So he took a couple more shots of damage. And this is where the gun depression really kind of is nice on this tank. Nice shot there. Missed it, of course. T44 repairs and zips back behind solid cover. And, well, he's all alone. He's isolated. So his team left him out to dry. He pushed the right spot for that tank, and he's just going to get wrecked. Now, you'll notice that I'm currently using APCR, and I believe I chose APCR, the premium rounds in this tank, because at the time, I felt that it was important in order to help pen that T44 and take him out. So I generally don't use premium rounds unless certain specific conditions to myself are in play. One, I'm going up against a tank that is way stronger frontally than I can pen with my normal rounds. This is something that generally 90% of everybody will take into consideration before switching to premium rounds. Two, at clutch times in the match, if it's important that I need to pen, if we're up by 1 tank and we need to win the flank, I'll switch to premium rounds to almost guarantee, no, keywords, almost guarantee penetrating shots in order to help win that flank. Third one, if I'm almost dead and I need to get as much damage as I can before I'm going to be taken out, I'll switch to premium rounds. And probably the last one is if I'm going for a Mark of Excellence and I want to squeeze out the last little bit of damage that I possibly can in order to get it, I will use premium rounds. It's expensive. It's not something that you should always rely on. Learn to play the game properly without just relying on premium rounds. Now, I've was looking at the replay times between this replay and the previous replay that I showed you, and they were both on the same day, which was about the beginning of August, and they were both about an hour apart. So I was probably working on getting the second mark of excellence on this tank at the time, which is probably why I'm spamming the premium APCR like nobody's business. But yeah, so it's a lot of people seem to rely on APC, or on not APCR specifically, but premium rounds. They shoot it all the time, and it's really, it doesn't give you any benefit, and it's especially once Wargaming decides to change it. They're going to not be as effective, you'll do less damage or whatever. So get used to using your regular ammo, and then use APCR only when it's necessary. Now, this tank goes up against a lot of tier 9 tanks at times, so the premium rounds are a must if you're frontally engaging them. Now you can see that we've handily won this match. It's 13-1. There's 2 enemy tanks left. It's pretty much a done deal. We're done. I don't believe I get any more points of damage in this match. It's just going to go on. And yeah, so the enemy team was not really good at all. They didn't have good map position at all. And well, that's the end of the match. So we'll let it play out and see what happens. Obviously I was typing. And as you can see in the chat, it says I finally got my second mark because I was using the Mark of Excellence mod, which told me that I broke the 85% barrier to get my second mark. Now, I've played this tank about 120 times at this point, so pretty darn good for getting a second Mark of Excellence. It is one of my it's probably one of the funnest tanks that I've played, and I really enjoy it. It's a hidden gem. I didn't expect to enjoy playing it, but I totally did. So at this point, since I've already got my second Mark of Excellence, any point of damage is just cake, icing on the cake. So we'll just start doing critical hits and tracking shots and stuff just to squeeze out any little piece of damage, and we get a shot of damage into this Chrysler GF, and we capped it out. Well, let's go look at the end plates. And after all that, yes, it was my second Mark of Excellence, Master Badge, second class Fire for Vect Bruiser, and Confederate for damaging 6 or more tanks. Second place for damage, second place for XP. Overall, it was a very good match with 2,444 points of damage. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this replay this week. Don't forget, I do this each and every week on Sundays, so please click that subscribe button, and don't forget the little bell icon so you get notified of when I release a brand new video. Come join us on our Discord server. Link will be down below in the comments section. And as well, I stream on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Mountain Time till 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So please follow me on Twitch and come and join me while I play some tanks. You can see it live. Thanks again and have a good day. I'll see you guys again next week.